Right, this is in a section for implications for human abilities. And this chapter is on transdimensional beings. All right, and I will just have to say that a lot is still not understood. From my perspective, they may understand things more, but a lot of what I'm going to share with you has been shared with me from them, the voices that I have. So, you know, you can research some of this stuff and you might find a little bit, whether it's, you know, in physics, true, remains to be found. But here's what I can say, or what I'm going to tell you. A transdimensional being is a fifth dimensional person who has somehow become invisible or imperceptible in our fourth dimensional world we are so used to living in. We normally only experience the four dimensions: X width, Y height, Z depth, and T time. From my understanding, the fifth dimension is like a whole new space, XYZ, that one can shift into. But since I have never been there, this is the theory. However, the voices I have are who attest to its existence. And if you check the section on auras, you can read about the figures I have seen. Whether or not this dimensional or density system agrees with modern quantum physics, up to 11 or 12 dimensions or so, I would need to conduct further research. But this may even give quantum physicists a clue about the inner workings of the universe and cheese or prana, ki, or biomagnetism, that cheese role in it. This is the best information I can provide right now, as I don't fully understand it. Back to transdimensional beings. They can come and go between our space and what I will refer to as chi space. Holy fuck. Transdimensional beings can go very fast. They are not your average humans. So obviously it stands to reason that if you're an average human, catching sight of anything they do takes a keen eye. With the information in this book, you should be more prepared for their presence. Because of how much chi they have, they do not need to sleep at all or nearly as often. They have perfect memories, and their imaginations are therefore ultra realistic and powerful. The types of abilities they possess is simply unheard of. Now, how do I know this? Well, a lot of this is what's been told to me from them. But as far as the imagination thing, I will talk about it later in another video. But they do what's called dream beaming. And, I've had many dreams that it's like were lucid dreams that I realized, hey, I'm dreaming. Can I do this or can I do that? Or sometimes I don't fully, you know, grasp that I'm dreaming, but I find that I can control something with my mind, and it's like I'm sitting in my house driving a car outside with my mind, and it's like, wow, okay, can I do this? So I'm driving this car around outside, with my mind, thinking that I'm like super powerful. And then when I wake up, I kind of realize, oh wow, that was cool, but honestly, I don't. My mind wasn't really doing the work of creating those pictures. It was just trying to maneuver this vehicle very haphazardly and not very well, you know. And so it kind of dawned on me that they were with their imaginations capable of seeing these images and sending those images to me. And so it's like a lot of people that think they're lucid dreaming, they are, they could be, they could be creating their own dreams. Um, but my belief, or, you know, my experience is that transdimensionals have such vivid imaginations that they can uh, do anything with it and send that to you. So you might be doing everything in your conscious mind to believe that you're creating this world or this experience. Whereas, like, the truth is that the amount of work or whatever you're doing is really not enough to manifest those images. And that's how I know, like, my dreams, for the most part, are not being created by myself. It's coming from something external. And, I've had a lot of, I create images a lot of times, and I know for the most part what images I am creating. And I do have a good mind, so I can create very realistic things, but I can't hold that image very well for very long in my mind. It's kind of like a flash. And whereas, like, they are able to hold that image and share that with me. So, I mean, it's the line between yourself and them starts to blur. Another thing is that transdimensional beings can see everything from your view. They're ultra telepathic. They can hear everything that you're thinking, every nuance, and pretty much experience it from your view. There's probably a lot more to be said in this chapter, um, but right now I'll try to leave it just here and try to add to it if it occurs to me. There's a lot to be said. I know a lot about it, but it's a lot of information to take in. Anyways, on to the next.